thank you for tuning into our podcast. We are coming to you from Chicopee, Massachusetts. I am your host, Carrie, and joining me is Holyoke's very own local historian and creator of the historical tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. He offers both public and private tours, as well as presentations of the local canal systems, reservoirs, cemeteries, and churches, as well as various parks and streets in Holyoke, South Hadley, and Chicopee, Mass. Now you actually lead these tours and give these presentations yourself, is that correct?
That's correct, and this is right on High Street.
So you'll be talking about the Tabor block. So who is Luther Tabor?
Luther Tabor was a jeweler, a silversmith, a goldsmith, a repairer of watches, and he came to Holyoke. We think actually he was here by 1843 or so, when it was still West Springfield and Ireland Parish. Some sources say 1848, but it was very early. And he didn't come to Holyoke, this part of Holyoke. He went to the part around the modern-day Holy Cross Church. And then later came down to this part of Holyoke. Now, he had a son that also opened up a business on High Street and did the same business. That is, goldsmith, watch dealer, so forth. So, Luther Tabor sold a lot of coal products. Now, we'll describe the architecture of the building along the way. We'll also talk about how it had different tenants and then how it should be fixed up. But he sold foreign American watches, clocks, silverware, very expensive jewelry, diamonds, precious stones, silverware, goldware, anything to do with very expensive materials. You can deal with him. And he not only did that, he repaired all items, so clocks and watches and jewelry. He'd repair eyeglasses, plateware, diamonds, studded, so forth. And so he was great at that, and his son was great at that too.
And describe his block on High Street.
Okay. His block on High Street has a very unique look to it. It's a Victorian building, and it was probably made about 1881. And if you go through it, its look is very unique because the upper floor has an ocular kind of design to it, and this design, it's not filled in the ocular anymore, but it used to be. It used to have a convex window outwards. It's now filled in with a board, but that made it look like a diamond-studded building. And then right above it, the roof line was curved up, and then it would have a space that modeled or looked like the space below it. So it had one empty space above it, and then a concave outwards window. And his name was put into it, L.A. Tabor. All right, so a lot of cool things about it. Now, this building kept this beautiful look, and when his son, Frank Tabor, opened up a building on High Street, he also did the same design with the ocular window and with it being concave outwards. All right, now, Luther Tabor's building was 181 to 183, and Frank Tabor was 281 to 283, 100 numbers upwards. And I hope you go see the building, but this is one of the things I hope that they repair along the way.
So quickly before we continue with the rest of our interview, just to fill our listeners in, if you want to find out more information or sign up for any of his various tours, you can check out his website at holyokecanaltour.org. And there he has both videos of the various stops along each tour, and also past and present photos of the historical sites throughout as well. And if you're interested in setting up a private tour, you can email him directly at bobcat4214, and they're perfect for fun, educational outdoor activities for the whole family, or for group parties, especially those special occasions and get-togethers. And they're also great for getting outdoors for the day. So how did the occupants at the Tabor change through the years?
Okay, so when Tabor made this in the beginning in 1871, he was the occupant on the first floor, and then he'd have another business on the second floor, and then on the upper two floors, you can have tenants living there, usually residentially. And in most of the years in the beginning, 1870s, 1880s, 1890s, it was the jewelry store on that ground floor and the dressmaker was on the second floor and then apartments above. Now, I believe he died late 1890s, and after that, there was a store on the ground floor, and then right above it, professional offices, and then floors 3 and 4 were changed into apartments. Now, what kind of stores it had? Well, believe it or not, the ground floor stayed a jeweler. This time it was George England. He moved in here at this location and started selling jewelry and watches, so forth. So it stayed a jeweler, a watchmaker, for very many decades in a row. Now, one thing that I always see a pattern with these kind of stores is that you do the store, ground floor store, then you do professional offices or fraternal groups, and then you have apartments above it. And this is very similar to that design.
And how can a table be fixed up?
Okay, now this ocular window needs to be fixed. It should have that concave outwards pane of glass put back inside of it to make it get this unique look again. And hopefully this is going to happen. It really would look beautiful instead of having a brown piece of wood in that place. And so I hope they get to it. I hope they realize that they can apply for Community Preservation Act grants to get things in very obvious places like this back up to stuff, back up to his beautiful appearance. And the same with his son's former block, Frank Tabor's block. I hope the aqua there is also repaired. Wouldn't it be beautiful that 2 blocks in a row, same side of the street, have these ocular concave panes of window put back inside of them? It would be great to show off Holyoke.
And thank you, Robert, for educating us on your tours. And again, we want to thank our listeners for tuning in. And you can tune into a large selection of our other podcasts and much more at his website. Again, that's holyokecanaltour.org. And you can email him directly for private tours or to inquire about anything else at bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com. And be sure to keep an eye out for his upcoming 2024 season tours and more as they become available.